girlies, and welcome back to the pod. Today we're doing a little life update, Halloween stuff, so costume ideas, fun things you can do, and then just what's been going on with me, life stuff, because I haven't done one of these in a while, and feel like a lot's happening, but at the same time nothing. That's also kind of like a constant theme in my life, but I guess that's because I'm always overwhelmed. But hey, vibes, that's okay. So this week, just like a lot happened. I submitted all my college applications, which was exciting. I think I had 8 or 9. I ended up taking some schools off of my list just because I knew there was no way that I was going to go there, and I really didn't have an interest in them. So I was like, not really worth the money, but I really do like the majority of the schools that I'm applying to. No, I'm kidding. I like all of them in their own ways sometimes. Anyways, but that was stressful. I literally stayed with my college counselor for like an hour or two, and we submitted all of them. And when you submit something on the Common App, it has like a little congratulations with confetti, which is like fun the first 2 times, but then on the 8th time, it's just more annoying, And for some of the schools I'm applying to, it showed the congratulations twice because you had to submit like parts of the assignment separately, which was a little strange. But yeah, glad I got that done. And then also related to colleges, I was in DC like from Thursday to Saturday, and I visited some schools there. I went to Georgetown and I saw American, and I really liked both of them. That was fun. I saw Georgetown on Friday and then American on Saturday, and I really, really, really liked Georgetown. My older sister actually went there. She's a doctor now, so that's cool. Everyone in my family literally is a doctor. My cousin is. He's an anesthesiologist. My dad is. He's a family practice doctor. Obviously, my sister is. She does med peds and internal medicine, which is cool. But, like, do I want to be a doctor? I don't know. But I feel like there's pressure. But at the same time, I'm like, probably not. Probably not with that. But that was really fun visiting schools. And then I also saw Seth, which was good. I haven't seen him in like 2-3 months because he's a GW. So that was good to see him. And then I watched Pitch Perfect with my cousin. I gotta say, y'all, I forgot how good it was. It's honestly like chef's kiss. So good. And I don't know how I could have forgotten that because we watched the first one and then part of the second one, and it's just all so good. Like, yes, maybe the plot is a little dumb, but at the same time, so good. And also all the music, so good. Like, nothing compares to Pitch Perfect. I'm just gonna say that. The songs, to die for. Acting, maybe not the best. Fat Amy, iconic, literally. So if you haven't seen Pitch Perfect in a while, definitely recommend doing that. That was fun. And I've also decided that I'm gonna have like a new life motto because of events that have happened recently, that I realized I need to like step it up and kind of work on bettering myself in ways. So I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget because I didn't want to mess it up. But it says, I'm not going to lower myself to make others feel better about themselves, which has just really applied to me this week, especially just because obviously a lot of people in high school are very insecure and are insecure about like abilities, the way they look, like if they're smart, if they're pretty, if they're funny, if they're good at something, whether it's a sport or an activity. And I found myself this week like trying to like purposely be worse at something just to make someone else feel better. And I realized how stupid that is because I'm not gonna like let someone else's insecurities influence me and make me like do worse when I could be doing like so much better. And that was just something I realized this weekend that I really had to think about. So I was like trying to reflect on that because I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't really let someone have that much power over you because it's not their life. Like, why does this person have so much influence over me if they might necessarily not be my favorite person, or I don't really look up to them, or stuff like that? If I'm not trying to like achieve like what someone else has done or like be as successful as someone else, then I don't want to try to like lower myself. And I also think trying to take that into like my mindset with like getting into colleges, because there are so many kids at my school that are applying to like really good schools, and I'm thinking like literally how because like some of y'all, I don't know, man. And I don't want to be like rude, but some people, it kind of just shocked me hearing the schools they were applying to, and I was just thinking, wow, maybe I should have applied to like some like more challenging schools. I mean, obviously a lot of the schools I applied to are like very challenging and hard to get into and like considered like really good schools, but I just keep thinking like, oh my god, I could have done like so much better, or at least I should have tried. Because the thing was, I was trying to like limit myself because I didn't think I could get into like all of these like super quote unquote like super good schools. Like obviously all schools are good in their own ways, but you know, like schools that are like really academically challenging and stuff like that. I mean, I did apply. I'm not trying to like badmouth any of the schools I applied to, because a lot of them, just like even then I'm kind of like iffy on it, but I just keep thinking like I could have done more. And I realized I had a conversation with my aunt because she lives in DC, and I was telling her how I really liked this one school I was applying to, but I was just worried that it might be too academically difficult for me, and that maybe that might be a reason that if I did somehow get in, that I might not decide to go to it. And she told me, she's like, Carmen, this is ridiculous. You know you're a good student. You know that you'll do the work. You know that you'll try. You're competitive enough where you're gonna put in the effort. You're gonna put in the work. And she's like, you don't need to lower yourself. You need to like think that you can. And she's like a successful lawyer. And she was telling me she went to Princeton, y'all. She's an icon. But she was saying like how you can't let that limit yourself, because obviously, I mean, you're going to school with a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds. Like, what more do they know than you do? It's not like everyone knows everything. It's not like someone's so much ahead of you, and it's not like you're going to be in a group of people with everyone that's like that. I mean, it might feel that way, but at the same time, it's like you're a smart person. You can do well if you want to, and like you can succeed, so you shouldn't limit yourself just because of maybe what some of your friends are doing, what family members might say. That was just like really important to me, I think, because I always struggle with that. I would say like just limiting myself and not trying to do more, because I get like to a mental block and just think, oh my god, I can't do that, or no, I shouldn't do that because I don't want to make so and so feel bad, because if I did this well and if I succeeded, then they would just like be upset, or that they would be upset with me and like not appreciate my success, which obviously that's like very toxic and that's not a good relationship to be having. And I'm very aware of that. I do know that some of the friendships I have with certain people probably aren't the best. But at this point, I'm like, I'm a senior. I'm leaving next year. I'm not going to be in Kentucky. I'm not going to be here. And I know this person and we are not going to end up at the same school. So I'm like, I'm just going to push through. I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to be a bitch about it. But at the same time, I don't want to like let them and their insecurities like kind of rub off on me and make me feel bad about myself, because that is stupid. Okay. And I was like stuck in that position where I was doing that. And I mean, obviously that's really mentally draining to be around someone who's always trying to like be better than you. And that has been difficult, especially So just kind of going through that, but honestly, I'm excited for schools. I'm excited to see what colleges I get into. I hear back from some of them, I think, in December, some from in February, and some in April, which is kind of annoying because you have to wait, and I'm an impatient person. Like, yes, I understand it takes forever, but just like the sitting and waiting part, I feel like is the worst. Because I'm someone who, if I love a school, if I really like something, I'm going to be like thinking about it and like being like, oh, like if I'm here, I can be doing X, Y, and Z, or I can be seeing these people or going to school with this friend or like being near this other friend. But then I know that if I don't get in, like I will literally be so upset. So I'm not trying to set my expectations up too high, but there is a school that I feel like if I got in that I would definitely go to just because I love it so much. I mean, I don't want to say it on here because I'm like, what if another school's listening? That's kind of embarrassing because, awkward. But there is a school that I definitely like a lot more than some of the other ones I'm applying to. So that'll be really sad if I don't get in. My older sister went there. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see, guys. And I'm sure when I end up getting into colleges, when all those start coming back, I'll do an episode about like college applications process, like how I chose whatever school, like stuff I did, like probably reading my Common App essay. Like those YouTube videos, it's like how I got into Princeton, how I got into Harvard. It'll be that, but it's not gonna be Princeton or Harvard. Just so you know, guys, like don't set the bar up too high, but just like my experience, I might do like 2 episodes, like stuff that I did to get into the school and like my stuff versus like an episode about things I have learned through like applying to college, like stuff that's good for you to know. And even if you're not like junior or senior, I feel like it's still good to learn about because obviously you have to kind of market yourself and like make yourself sound like as good as you actually are, which was definitely a struggle for me because I, surprisingly enough, I don't like talking about myself. And that has always been something I have struggled with. I mean, obviously, if you're sitting here, you're like, what the heck, Carmen? You literally have a podcast where you just talk about yourself. And I mean, yes, that is true. I'm a living contradiction, okay? Leave me alone. But if someone asks me something, I feel kind of guilty talking about it because I don't want to make myself sound like I'm something that I'm not, which again, I think is like the imposter syndrome thing, which is just annoying because I know that like in some aspects of life, like I would say podcast, stuff like that I know that for my age, like I'm doing like really well, and even not for my age, I'm doing really well, just like in general. But sometimes I see things where I'm like kind of doubting myself, or if something didn't get the same response I wanted or the amount of people seeing something, it's kind of hard and makes me feel like, oh my God, I should quit. Like, this is stupid. Why am I even doing this? But then at the same time, I think about like why and like the people I'm doing this for, like y'all, and getting messages from you guys and like actually seeing that what I'm doing has an impact, which means a lot to me, because there are definitely days where I don't want to record, I don't want to go on my Instagram, I don't want to respond to people just because me personally, I'm just not feeling my best mentally, so that is definitely a struggle. But again, I think it's important to realize like you are good at things, like you probably know more about something than you actually think you do, and you're probably better at something than you actually think you are, because like there's always going to be someone who's better than you, but at the same time there's always going to be like tons and tons of people who are worse than you. So that kind of sounds bad, but I promise you, you're not failing. And even if you are, even if you do like fail something and it's atrocious, who cares? Okay, find something else or try again. And if you don't like something, you don't have to keep doing it. Y'all, I'm on academic team, okay? Why? I don't know. Someone asked me to, and I was like, sure. And the thing is, I was smart enough to get asked to be on the team, not necessarily smart enough to, like, fully participate. in the entire like events, but we do have a senior night, which I think is the funniest thing ever. And it's on Monday, so when this episode goes out, and I'm literally so excited because I'm like, I probably won't even be participating, but there's gonna be cake, and that'll be good. And even if my Monday sucks, like if all goes to shit, at least I'll have cake. So that's where I'm at right now with life. At least there's cake. At least there's cake. But yeah, just struggling with some things. But overall, honestly, I feel like I've been good. There were some weeks where I was like, this is literally stupid. Just life in general. Um, anyway, but yeah. Also, I forgot to mention this just because I'm trying to like go through other things that I've been doing because this past week was honestly insane. I only had a 4-day week too, and it was just kind of crazy every day. Kind of overwhelming. I had this thing called Green Dot training last Tuesday, which was like an anti-bullying, it was like, what is it called? It was like a prevention certification thing for bullying, sexual assault, and dating violence. And that was really interesting because I was just thinking about like things that I've seen happen that I was kind of on the fence about. I was like, oh, was this wrong? Just kind of realizing like, oh my God, yeah. Or thinking about things that I could have done and like, or thinking about situations like on the other hand that I did like intervene and that was probably the best, but also at the same time like dealing with some of the other more sensitive topics like sexual assault or dating violence, just like thinking about like friends or like what people have told me, because people always tell me random things, and I was just going through like things people have told me, and it's kind of crazy everything that was going on. But that training was really interesting. It was literally like all day. It was from 8 a.m. to like 3, which was cray cray, but 6 hours of community service, so lit. We love that. And then on Wednesday I had an academic team. Yay, go Spartans. And again, I went to DC. I saw Hadley. I don't remember if I mentioned that. I also saw Reed, but like irrelevant. But I saw Hadley, and we went to her field hockey game. And this was actually my first field hockey game I've ever been to. And I can say it might not be my favorite sport to watch, but it was fun seeing her. And she was actually really upset because we saw the game at like 3 p.m. on Saturday, and then we had to leave her school right after, and she was sad because she wanted us to stay, and she actually used her words. This was the most shocking thing that has probably ever happened to me. Hadley said she wanted me to stay. She said that, like, verbally. And Hadley, she's just not someone who would explain her emotions or, like, really go into depth or, like, actually use words. She might just, like, lash out. But I was shocked. I literally made her say it again, and I took a video of it because I was like, how is this real? But that was nice seeing her, and I saw my cousins, and they're all good. And actually, my cousin and I are applying to the same school, which is funny, and I hope he gets in. It's honestly not one of my faves, but it is pretty cool. It's very small, though. It's probably might be the smallest school I'm applying to, which is why I'm kind of on the fence. Literally, the schools I'm applying to are so random. It goes from, like, 2,000 to like 17,000, which I feel like there's a bit of a range going on. And I think that's really funny. But yeah, this weekend was, how would I describe this weekend? I don't know if anyone knows the TikTok sound, but it's like crazy lit movie. Yeah, that's how I would describe it, I would say, in 3 words. That probably made no sense if you don't know what I'm talking about, but like if you do, it's a meme, so it's like kind of funny, but at the same time, I don't know. Also, if you listen to my book episode, I'm still reading The X-Hex because I've literally had no motivation to read, which has been kind of sucky because I notice there's like a direct correlation between how I feel mentally and like the amount of books I read, which possibly could be because that if I'm reading, I'm not really paying attention to real life, so then I'm not as sad, but like we don't have to think about it like that. and I just haven't been reading as much, but I'm trying to finish it. And it's honestly, like, it's really good. It's just, I haven't felt like reading, and I don't know. I, like, mentally can't. I've been watching Netflix, though. I tried watching Squid Games. I can't remember if I said that last time, but I watched the first 2 episodes with my dad, and not a fan, y'all. Not a fan. Everyone said it was so good, but it was just, I don't know. It was kind of strange, and there was a lot of shooting, and I don't like shooting. Mainly because it's loud. I didn't really care about the blood, but just the noise of it is just really bothersome to me. I guess I have some issues with noise. Like, I don't like loud things, which is funny because everyone in my family is so freaking loud. Love them, but, like, shut up. I know, I'm being so nice today. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with life. I don't know if I have much to say about that because some of the things I don't necessarily want to say on here because I'm like, who's going to be listening to this? And that could be, like, really embarrassing for me when I have to go to school on Monday, you know? But maybe in future we'll see how some things unfold. And I'll let you know, y'all know, but that is pretty much the gist of how my life is going at this moment. Now I wanted to, like, pivot more towards talking about Halloween because obviously this weekend is Halloween and that's super exciting. I was planning on having, like, a Halloween party at my house, but now that's not looking like it's gonna happen. I did have a party after homecoming. I think I told y'all that, and I've now been, like, banned from having any more parties. Though it's not like I had an illegal party where my parents were like, Carmen, you can't have a party, and then I did. It was consensual. So I wanted to have a Halloween party, but then I couldn't. But at the same time, like, a lot of my friends are gonna be out of town, so it wouldn't have been fun anyways. But yeah, I really have, like, no Halloween plans. Maybe I'll, like, watch a movie, which I feel like is kind of sad because I wanted to do something. That's okay. If you don't have anything to do on Halloween, who cares? But I guess a few things you could do on Halloween, like fun things to get into the spirit. Do a movie marathon with your friends. You can have, like, a cute little sleepover and watch a bunch of Halloween movies. The only one I can think of at the moment is, like, Hocus Pocus. I truly, like, don't really watch that many Halloween movies or, like, holiday themed movies, but I feel like this year I'm just kind of into it, and I feel like that could be fun. If you want to do that, if you want to stay at home, if you're more, like, not feeling the vibe of being social, have a movie marathon. You can make, like, Halloween themed snacks. I think it was at Kroger or Walmart, they have, like, those cookies that are already pre-made and they have, like, ghosts on them or they have pumpkins on them. It was on TikTok, I think, last year, and they look really cute. You can make those, or you can make, like, dirt and worms and dirt and worms. I don't know what it's called, but it's like pudding with, like, gummies in it. Is that what it's called? That'd be fun. Go to an apple orchard, y'all. Or well, I went last weekend and it was so fun. Literally the most fun thing I've done in a while. Or you can go to, like, a haunted house, or I know where I live they have, like, I don't know what it's called. It's like Fright Night or something, where you can, like, go out and they have, like, creepy people walking around. And it's like in a haunted house. That could be fun if you like scary things. Personally, not a fan. I don't like being scared. I've only watched, like, 2 horror movies, and I did not do well with either of those. But if that's your vibe, by all means, go ahead. But again, I'm not a big horror movie person. I'm trying to remember. There was a show. It was like Ant Farm. Yeah, no, Ant Farm with, like, China Anne McClain. And they had, I think it was, like, Halloween episode, or it was a movie. And I just keep thinking about that because I really want to watch it, but I don't remember what it's called. But that'd be really fun for Halloween. Also, carving pumpkins. Obviously, you might want to do that before Halloween, though, because that could be weird if you do it on a Halloween. Carving pumpkins is fun. I painted pumpkins a few weekends ago. If you want to see, there's a video on my Instagram which you can check out at the Girly Girl podcast if you're interested. But that'd be fun. I'm trying to think. Literally just sitting on the couch kind of sounds fun. But at the same time, I'm like, what if I want to dress up? The one thing I wanted from Halloween was to wear a wig. And now that I'm not having a Halloween thing, I feel like it'd be kind of dumb if I'm sitting around my house wearing a wig. But that just sounds like so fun. And who knows? Maybe I will. Because I wanted to be the Wicked Witch of the West. Because I have this really cute black puff dress from Selkie. And I was going to wear like that and then get a green bob wig and then like a witch hat. Because I thought that would be so cute. Because, you know, like in The Wizard of Oz, the witch has like green skin. But I was like, I'm not going to do that because that looks ugly. So what if I'll do like the green wig and I have the cute dress that was expensive and I literally have nothing to wear it to. And then like a witch hat. Iconic. It'd be really cute. And it's not like too, I guess, out there. But at the same time, it's not like not fun. It's like a fun outfit, which I feel like would be good. But then again, non-existent Halloween plans over here. But oh well, that's okay. If you don't have Halloween plans, join the club. Yeah, that's fun. Maybe what I'll do, because I think maybe I'll do like a Netflix party thing, and then I can send you guys the link, and then we can all watch a movie. That could be fun. Let me know your thoughts because, yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I just thought of that like 5 seconds ago. I feel like it could be fun, but at the same time, I'm also like 99% sure I would forget about it. But that could be a really good idea. Or even if I don't do a Netflix party, you could do a Netflix party with your friends if you're worried about COVID. I don't know how many people still are because of like vaccines and stuff. But yeah, also speaking of COVID, my school announced that they're not going to make us wear masks anymore, like in a week or two, which just kind of confused me because they were like, the positivity rate in our county is like 20%. And I was like, so, pause. So it's 20% and you're not going to it's 20% and you're not going to make kids wear masks, and also like a good amount of the school isn't vaccinated? Oh, okay. Interesting. I am fully vaccinated, but like I know a lot of people who aren't. And the depressing thing, it's like the majority of kids in my grade, which is so embarrassing because I just can't with them. They are truly so embarrassing because why, y'all? Literally why? Okay. Can we please not make life more difficult? Thank you. No, but I'm kind of worried about that because I feel like once they let kids do that, even if people aren't vaccinated, they're still gonna like not wear a mask, and they'll say they are but they aren't, and then people are gonna get sick, and then this is probably only gonna last 2 weeks, and then everyone's gonna be sick and we're gonna have to quarantine, and then we're gonna have to go to school online, and then it's gonna suck. That's how I'm feeling about it. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to wear a mask, but also I don't want to get sick. I really, really don't. So kind of on the fence about that one, but I overall feel like not the best idea. Could be really stupid, just considering just the straight facts, the positivity rate, how many kids are actually vaccinated at the school, and how many kids like told the truth about being vaccinated at the school. My question was, why couldn't they just make all of us get vaccinated? Like, why couldn't they say, okay, if you want to come back to school, you need to be vaccinated or you need to take a COVID test every week. And who wants to take a COVID test every week? So then most people would get vaccinated. That's what my sister had to do at her school, boarding school. I know a lot of people that had to do that. Universities made people get vaccinated. Why couldn't high schools? Just gonna say, kind of stupid, low-key don't understand, but oh well. I guess I think it's because of my school, like the people on the parents board, it's like very, very radical people, I would say, and the school needs money, so they're not trying to like upset the people who give them the money. Or at least that has been my interpretation on the situations, which like school tea, But yeah, fun times. Okay, anyway, because that's kind of depressing. But I want to share some like Halloween costume ideas in case you are getting dressed up. If you're going trick or treating, if you're going to a friend's house, maybe you have a sleepover, maybe you're going to like a fun little party. Have some costume ideas for y'all. And I mean, some of them are kind of basic, but I just feel like I should put them in there in case you didn't know about them. But I feel like most of them you would. Try to be creative, but again, I feel like it's kind of hard for Halloween because some things are so overdone and it really doesn't feel like anything is that original, you know? So I'll just share some of the ones that I have liked. But yeah. So obviously you could do the one that I was gonna do. Wicked Witch of the West, black dress, green wig, witch hat. Cute. Okay, cute. You can even wear like boots if it's cold or something. Or you could do like a mini skirt, or you can do a maxi skirt, whatever you want to wear, whatever floats your boat. Also, obviously, like an angel or devil thing. If you want to do it with a friend, one of you could be an angel, one of you could be a devil. That'd be cute. And then, like, going along with the theme of wings, I think I've been seeing this all over TikTok, but it's like fairies, and they're so cute. And it's people who are wearing, like, you know, the fairy wings. I saw one today, and it was like a girl who had green fairy wings, and she had, I don't know what it's called, but it's like one of those headbands that has flowers on it that goes like around your forehead. It's kind of like a crown of flowers, I guess. And she had one of those. And then she had, it kind of looked like a nightgown, but also then again, it looks like a dress you can get from Free People. I don't remember what it's called, but it was kind of, imagine nightgown aesthetic. That's what it was like. Obviously you don't have to wear a nightgown, but like you could wear a dress, or literally you can wear whatever, it doesn't matter. But the idea of being a fairy is so cute because I used to be obsessed with fairies. I thought fairies were real. Still sometimes do. Speaking of that, my dad randomly earlier today, I was sitting in the kitchen and he looked out the door and he goes, "The ghost is back." Literally, what the fuck? We have a ghost in my house? So I'm sorry, I forgot to totally mention this, but that happened. Apparently, my dad thinks it's his great-great-grandma, and he thinks the ghost came from my grandma's house, but transferred to our house when he brought a picture frame of this lady to our house, which is just really confusing to me. And then he started explaining all the weird things that have happened since he's brought that picture frame home, and now I'm like kind of creeped out. But yeah, that was weird. I was literally just trying to eat lunch and he just said that to me, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? And he was acting so casual about it, and my mom was too. I was like, so y'all were just gonna like pretend nothing's happening? Okay. Not gonna like give me nightmares that some random old lady is walking around the house. Please. Literally. What? I'm sorry. Sometimes my parents just baffle me by the things that they think are normal, and then I'm just like, why have we never spoken about this? They looked at me too, they were like, you didn't know we had a ghost here? I'm like, no, I did not know we had a ghost in our home. When have we ever talked about this? Anyway, that was fun. But okay, another thing that you could be is like a mermaid or a siren, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like it'd be really cute if you got colorful bell-bottom jeans and then wore kind of a tank top, and you can do like some glitter makeup. So like for highlight, you could try to do like blue and make it look like scales. You could do something with your hair to kind of make it look wet. I feel like that would be really cute, and you can put on like body glitter, and that'd be fun. Also, I've always been obsessed with mermaids. I found out, well, I guess not recently, maybe a year or two ago, but like you can be a mermaid as a job. And the thing is, when I found that out, I was like, why? First of all, why is this allowed? Because if anyone had told me this as a child, that's all I would have strived to be in life. Literally, I was obsessed with H2O. I was obsessed with Mako mermaids. I literally wanted to be a mermaid. I thought I was sometimes. Like, I would think I was breathing underwater and I was literally just holding my breath. But being a mermaid Just kind of sounds fun. Maybe I'll live out my childhood dreams. You never know. You never know. Another thing that could be fun is if you be like a character from your favorite TV show or favorite movie. I know I kept seeing this one on TikTok, but I kept seeing it. I mean, I saw one video and then I saved it and then I kept watching it over again. But that was, if you know, like Shark Boy and Lava Girl. It was Lava Girl and it was so cute. And it was this girl who was like putting together an outfit from like random stuff on Amazon, and it was like hot pink. It was like a hot pink dress with a hot pink wig, and it was just so cute. And I was like, I want to be Lava Girl. I literally do. But also, if you don't know what to be, look at TikTok and just search for like Halloween outfits, or you can look on YouTube or Pinterest. So I feel like the Pinterest ones are kind of basic. So look at TikTok and you can find really cute ones. If you're like, Carmen, all these ideas are literally stupid, which I guess kind of, but I don't know. I'd want to be a mermaid. Could also be someone from like your favorite book if you want. I feel like that's kind of harder though, because you don't necessarily know exactly what they wear unless you see a bunch of fan art or the author specifically mentions it and it's like really noticeable. But I know I saw some people that were like, couple outfits I would do if I had a boyfriend, and it was like Luke and Lorelai from Gilmore Girls. And then people in the comments were like, I've done this before and no one even knew who we were. And I'm like, That's why I feel like from TV shows it's kind of hard, especially if it's like contemporary, because like you kind of just look like a normal person if you're just wearing like regular everyday clothes, which again, like also isn't as fun. It's kind of fun to like dress up and do something kind of out there. I just feel like it'd be cool to be like a queen or a goddess. Yeah. Maybe I'll be a goddess. Me sitting in my living room just like dressed up as a goddess. And you think I wouldn't. I literally would though. I would. But yeah, so those are all the Halloween outfit ideas I have. Again, look at TikTok, look at YouTube, look at Pinterest for inspo if you need some more ideas. I feel like most of those that I gave are pretty good. Not gonna lie, not to like sell myself short or anything. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing Halloween. If you aren't doing anything, that's okay. Join the club if you are. Have the best time. I hope you have so much fun, and make sure you leave a review, subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at the Girly Girl Podcast if you want to see more from me throughout the week. I usually post like a few times on there. If you want to be reminded of episodes, that's always good. Or if you just want to see me, or support me, that'd be cool too, I guess. And thank you all so much for listening. I hope you have the most amazing day. You rock. And remember, from the beginning of the episode, I'm going to repeat my motto because I think it's so good and I think I phrased it really well. Okay. It is, I'm not going to lower myself to make others feel better about themselves. So remember that through the week. Maybe you'll notice something that you're doing to like try to make yourself smaller just so other people don't say something to you. Just try to like notice some of your habits, some of the things you're doing, and see like what you can do to fix it or kind of solve that. And let me know, because I'm sure I'm not alone in this and not alone like with this specific situation. So if you're going through that too, let me know. And also, y'all, I can't remember if I mentioned this, but before I recorded this, I watched like an ASMR ceramics video, and they're just so good. It's so relaxing. So if you're feeling stressed about school or about life or maybe family stuff or work, look up some ASMR ceramics. It is very healing. I feel stupid saying that, but it honestly is. Like, it's so relaxing, and it's so cool to watch like a ball of clay turn into like a raccoon pot. I don't know. It's great. It's great. And I think definitely a good use of your time. Wink, wink. No, but actually taking breaks are really good. Is really good for your mental health. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. Sorry for going on a little rant. But yeah, thank y'all so much for listening. I'll see you next week. Peace out. Happy Halloween. Bye.